Hola, buenos dias. I'm going to keep this really short because of obvious reasons. My throat and my voice is going to go. We are in Benidorm. Taking a weekend now to go to Benidorm. I booked this last year and I thought they'd go across my mind like, why the hell did I do this? But I'm very glad I have. It is Saturday morning. It's going to be overcast. I don't think it's going to rain, but I think it's just not going to be as sunny as I was hoping for my sketchbook. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go down to the new town, old town, do some drawings, have a nice day of just chilling, drinking, eating, you name it, I want to do it. Staying at a budget hotel. When I mean budget, I mean it is definitely a budget hotel, but it does the job. It does the job. You don't mind the stray here and there. The main reason why I wanted to come was because I actually did a lot of solo travelling when I was younger, and I didn't really do it. I met my boyfriend the second time travelling, and since then travelled with him, which is, you know, it's lovely. But COVID came along, we weren't able to travel together, COVID ended. We were allowed to go back out and I haven't travelled since, so it's actually been about 10 years since going out and travelling by myself. And because I came here last year for my mate's birthday, I thought it's quite safe for me to start and being a female solo traveller. So we're going to see what this place has to offer and go from there. I'm going to quickly show you the interior and then we're going to crack in the day. I try and keep the talking to a minimum, but I will butt in when it's butt in. If not, I'll join you at the very end when my voice is better. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a second.
No, no, no.
Ooh. Okay, so it's still Saturday. Oh my god, this lighting is terrible. Let me just change it. Okay, big beefy hair as well. So we are just on the outside balcony, and I thought I'll show you the drawings I started doing today from just being out and about. So
Bear in mind, sketchbook for me is a way of processing not just what's in front of me, but also working with the materials that I've got. I brought along some watercolour pens and some, I think it was just a fine liner pen, and that was it. First stop, I stopped off at the very top of the cove, if that makes any sense at all. And there was an old fort there, and a kind of playa, also plaza. And I started doing some warm-up drawings of some of the plants because I really like plants. You can guess already from my channel. And started taking note of what was around me. The bottom drawing I'm about to show you is the first one I did, and the top one is the second, and you can see they interlink quite well actually. So this right, as you can see, I don't have the correct colours with me, which is fine for me. I sometimes do that on purpose because I find just drawing a tree with green is quite boring, and I feel like if you want to mix things up and see more by removing a colour, not just through monotone but also through using a different colour, like this case I used orange, you can see a lot more detail within it. Yes, it's never like a piece where you're gonna draw with it and then be like, that's it. It's more of getting the transition down. The top part, these are some cobbles that actually were just whilst I was sat down on the bench drawing these trees. They were all going different directions. They weren't the same in each section, and I actually found that fascinating. I was just like, well, why is those three colours the same and then one just randomly completely opposite ways? And I didn't know how old the plaza was, or that playa, as people were calling it, and I just wanted to make note of it because it was what interested me in the moment. What I found with this big drawing at the bottom, you could tell these three were the warm-up drawings I started to do. As I was moving away from just using orange and intertwining the black and the pen marks within it, also became very conflicted. The foreground and the midground. They mostly was to do with it is the fact that this is a white background, which normally I actually don't work with unless it's for like just a single line drawing or something. I did make some little notes at the bottom. Basically what I felt I got at the bottom: cosmic, feel leaves enjoyed here, take images of leaves, large scale, inside ink and print. Just some general ideas I thought would work at the time. When I go home to process this a bit more. Same with the top half, La Playa, stone path, multiple layer, press. I have coughed about 15 times since starting this video, so poor me for having to edit it. Hopefully I'm feeling better. Yeah, a bit further on, and I went and sat at the beach. I ate loads of food for lunch, sat down and just chilled. And I had a little snooze as well, because who wouldn't? So this next, well, 3 drawings, I did another warm-up drawing very quickly because it'd been like an hour, or more than an hour, like 3 hours before, the 3 hours after officially starting to draw. And I started to work with fine liner because I found this conflict between organic materials and man-made buildings. They don't interact the same way with the same material. So I thought I'll mix it up. Bit of fine liner with some amongst this in the whole medium of all, but I'll show you it first before I start explaining it, because you're going to be like, what are you explaining about, because I have no idea, I haven't seen it yet. So this I'm going to have to turn the book a little bit because it's on multiple functions. So this one is this way, this one is that way, that's just the corner of a building. And then this one is this way. Okay, so this is all in one sitting. I wanted it to actually semi-complete something. So the 2 fire drawings, this one was the warm-up one. I found it a lot easier to draw with a fine liner pen. when I come to the buildings, or I look really tired. It's okay. And I found actually the corners of the buildings of like the hotels were fascinating because they were all quite architecturally challenging. You had to get the right angles for every single one, because if you looked at them, every single one, the angle's slightly different because of where you're sat or where you're standing, and it just kind of blew my mind. So I was there for about that took 10 minutes to do with that, and I still got it wrong. So just something to know if you're ever trying to draw corners or the buildings. And then this was the one that took me about half an hour to figure out what to do, another half an hour to actually draw and display what I could see. When I was sat down at the beach, when you look back at the landscapes, there's these, well, obviously the hotels are huge, and the feeling of colonisation of when Great Britain colonised quite a lot of the world came to mind, and I was like, we still have, just in the tourist industry, look at the landscapes. All of this is for tourists. You're not necessarily British tourists, but nonetheless, we have changed the landscapes by the more modern way of money, rather than war. And this one, I've started to draw actually with a lot of orange, and realised that these buildings are so dull in colour. There's like one or two that are actually quite nice in colour. They've got a really nice red tinge to them. The rest of them are quite beige and maroon and just a bit plain. So I wanted to brighten them up by giving it a bit of colour, to also give that sense of atmosphere. Like, you can tell it's a bit more scenic and so much more party atmosphere. I didn't want to go totally into detail, all the little intricate windows. I wanted to start suggesting it by just doing bits of the corners. I made a lot of mistakes with this one. You can see where, like, I've drawn in, that was the this part was the original height, and then I went up a bit, and then I ended up going to the side as well on this side because it was too thin in this bit. Realised that the main structure I wanted more detail, and as I got towards the exits, left and right, I don't know why I said exits, less and less detail would happen. The trees, I tried to keep away from drawing the trees with the natural colour of green. I didn't want it to be the most highlighted area. Very quickly I realised orange was very loud. Even though it worked for your eye bringing yourself that object into the foreground, I wanted to bring some elements back. Still get that party vibe of what Benidorm's about, but also give it justice. You know, it's a building, it's a man-made building. I don't know how old they are, but they are boring, and their sole purpose is to hold as many tourists as possible. And even though with this you don't get quite the height of it, there is something that's just tilting the page sideways has really worked. If you went either way, you find yourself quite restricted. I think that's what started to happen, so that's why I started to branch out for this. Again, it's just a drawing. It's a starting point and a way for me to work out what I want to do. Going back, I actually saw a few of the other bits and pieces in here. From quite a while ago, there's a few in here from France and from, I think it's when I went to Ormskirk, and I have not done anything with the projects. So I'm going to have to hit myself on the wrist and make sure I actually go and make something for it, because I've now got no excuse of making some of those images. I won't show you now because I feel like I've still got a few more drawings to do. Maybe I'll do a sketchbook update further on, but for now, that's the sketchbook for Saturday. Not sure what it's going to be like on Sunday. The only reason why I'm actually sitting down showing you this with my croaky voice is because it's actually peeing it down. I'm probably just going to lie down for a bit because I'm still a bit ill, and I just want to kind of close my eyes before going out for dinner. And I'm probably going out to see what things are before I'm even grabbing a drink, before actually going to bed and then restarting my day tomorrow. My last full day out in Benidorm, which is probably going to consist of me sunbathing Because you don't mind. Me who doesn't. As long as the weather's nice. If it's not, I'm going to have to figure out something else to do because I can't just move around all day. So I'll see you guys at dinner. I'm more than done. God, I'm red. Have I caught the sun? Wow, that's hilarious. There's only been like 2 hours of full sun. Bye there, boom. Oh.